I think people have a misperception of hospice before they get here and experience what it is that we do. We laugh, we joke, we have fun, we meet patients where they're at.
From the minute we were here, first day we were here, I walk in and I just don't feel sadness in this building.
Everybody has the right to live well right up into their last breath. And so that moves us, that motivates us to provide exceptional care.
The concept is, how do we help people to live as well as they can in the time at which they're approaching death?
There's no more beautiful thing than to be there for one another and to just experience the living that happens in hospice. And we do a lot of living in hospice.
Movie nights with kids in the spiritual room, or Indigenous families who want the extended family involved in that dying experience. So using the spiritual room to ensure the whole family who wants to come in and sleep here can be involved.
Then on top of the care and on top of the people working here are these extra things that they don't have to have here. Like they had Margarita Mondays. They have, a baking cart that comes around. They make freshly baked goods.
Every day,
We
yeah.
had Sundays on Sunday, like ice cream Sundays on Sunday, iced coffee Saturdays. These little things that just lit up your day.
There'd be some fresh baking too. There'd be a fresh loaf of bread. They would slice you up some fresh bread.
I really enjoy bringing my horses to the hospice for pet visits. We have many different pet visitors that come to see patients. If somebody wants an experience and they can't get out, there's virtual reality options. There's music volunteers. There's just so many different things once we get to learn what's important to a family and to a patient that we can accommodate.
Sometimes, we'll hear like, I have young children and I'd like to work on some legacy work for them. So I get to help get involved with coming up with ideas. What kind of things can we help this person to leave for her children? So, even something like a recordable storybook so that they can record themselves reading a story for their kids. We've had a wedding in the past where someone decided they wanted to get married before they passed away, so we helped to arrange a wedding.
The time she spent here was really special. We got to talk, share stories, look at pictures. She told us stories every day. She had stories.
As much as it is a place of dying, it is a place of living.
It is a place of hope and a place of, it's a place of love. And you got to understand that with the staff.
I like to just be with families, when they're in these last few days of their loved one's life. The impact that we make on people during these days are going to help how they move forward in their grief journey. So if they've had a good positive experience with their staff and this environment, then it's going to help them to be able to grieve in a healthy and positive way.
I knew that there was the hospice here and I knew what they did, but certainly had no idea how they did it. And the how was what was just extremely top shelf.
I've been a nurse for 30 years. I've never seen care like what was provided to my mom here. And we plan on being involved in some of the fundraising because we think it's really important for other families to experience what we experienced here.
Given our experience here and the way my mother was treated and the environment and the staff and the volunteers and everyone who worked so hard to make this such a respectful, calming environment, I wholeheartedly support what they're doing here.
But there's a waiting list so often here.
We're not here to say no. We're here to say, how can we welcome you into this circle of care?
The vision for the expansion is the same as the vision for our current space. And that is to enable and facilitate people to live well right up into their last breath.
So if we have more beds, we're going to be able to do that for that many more people.
I can't think of a better cause, honestly.